What if I told you that everything around you, everything you see, touch, and feel might not be real? What if your entire life, every memory, every thought was just part of a giant computer program? Some of the smartest people in the world, scientists, philosophers, and even billionaires, believe there is a good chance we are living in a simulated reality. Today, we are going to explore 5 fascinating reasons why this might be true. Stay till the end because the last reason might change the way you see everything. The mathematical nature of reality. Everywhere we look, the universe seems to be built on mathematics. From the Fibonacci sequence found in nature to the equations governing physics, everything follows strict computable patterns. Consider the golden ratio, a mathematical proportion that appears in seashells, galaxies, hurricanes, and even the human body. If this universe were a simulation, wouldn't it make sense that everything follows a code? Mathematician Max Tegmark argues that if the universe can be completely described using mathematics, it may in fact be mathematics, just like code in a program. Let's take it a step further. Scientists have found that certain physical constants, like the speed of light, Planck's constant, and the fine structure constant, are finely tuned for the existence of life. If these values were even slightly different, the universe as we know it wouldn't exist. Could this be evidence that our reality is simply following pre-programmed rules, much like a video game's physics engine? Another interesting thought. Have you ever noticed how reality often mirrors digital simulations we create? In video games, physics engine dictate how objects move and interact. In our universe, similar laws seem to govern everything. Could we be inside an ultra-sophisticated version of a physics engine where everything, including time, follows strict mathematical rules? Strange behavior in quantum physics. One of the weirdest things in physics is quantum mechanics, especially the double-slit experiment. When a particle is not observed, it behaves like a wave, existing in multiple states at once. But the moment we observe it, it chooses a single reality. Some theorists suggest this is evidence of a rendered reality, like a video game that only loads graphics when you are looking at them. If we were living in a simulation, wouldn't it make sense for the universe to function on a need to render basis? Consider this. In most video games, the game world is not fully rendered at all times. Instead, the system only renders what the player is currently looking at to save computing power. Could be that the universe operates on the same principle, only collapsing quantum possibilities into one reality when they are observed. Let's not forget quantum entanglement, when two particles become connected and instantly affect each other even if they are light years apart. This defies classical physics and suggests that something beyond our understanding is at work. Could this be a form of data compression or an optimization technique within the simulation? Weird glitches in reality. Have you ever seen something that just didn't make sense? Objects disappearing and reappearing, birds frozen in midair, people experiencing the exact same situation twice. Some believe these are glitches in the matrix, errors in the simulation when it struggles to process the data correctly. A famous example is deja vu, the strange sensation that you have experienced a moment previously. Could these strange occurrences be the result of the system momentarily lagging? There are countless reports of so-called glitches in reality. For example, people have recorded instances of entire flock of birds seemingly frozen in place midair, only to resume flight seconds later. Others have claimed to see objects shift positions without any apparent explanation. Could these anomalies be evidence of a simulated reality struggling to render itself properly? The limits of computation. Our universe has a speed limit, the speed of light. No information can travel faster than this. But why does universe have a limit at all? One possibility is that it's a processing limit, like a computer struggling to run a high-performance game. Even in our own simulation, we have limits to prevent overload. Could the speed of light be the max processing speed of the system we are in? Another interesting point, our universe is pixelated. In physics, there is a concept known as the Planck length, which is the smallest possible unit of space. This suggests that space isn't infinitely divisible but instead composed of discrete pixels. If we were in a simulation, wouldn't this be how a programmer would design reality? Advanced civilizations and simulations. Finally, let's talk about the simulation hypothesis proposed by philosopher Nick Bostrom. He argues that if civilizations become advanced enough, they would eventually create simulation of their own ancestors. If this is true and countless simulated realities are being created, the probability that we are living in the base reality is astronomically low. Instead, we are far more likely to be one of those simulations created by beings far more advanced than us. If we had the power to create a highly detailed simulated world, would we? With advancements in AI, virtual reality, and computing power, we are already heading in that direction. It's not hard to imagine a future where our own descendants create ultra-realistic simulations of past civilizations, unaware that they themselves might also be in simulations. So, are we real? Or are we just part of an advanced computer program created by some higher intelligence? The truth is, we may never know. But if we are in a simulation, the real question is who or what is running it? What do you think? Are we living in a simulation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of Unlocking Spacetime, where we explore the biggest mysteries of the universe.